What's up, everybody? Today I got a new life story for y'all. And this story is about the highest I have ever been in my entire life. So pretty much how this story starts out, I was going to meet up with one of my friends. His name is Matthew. And pretty much we had no money, we had no weed, and we just wanted to figure out any possible way we can get some money or anything. So basically we met up and we were just going door to door, knocking on people's doors, asking if they had any work or something that we could do in exchange for some cash. And we've done this a couple times before, and there's been times where we were successful and sometimes where we weren't successful, but this particular time we were unsuccessful. We didn't make any money. We probably knocked on 20 different doors, but we still didn't get any money at all. We didn't do any work or anything, and we were just kind of bummed out that we had no idea what to do, but we both really, really wanted to smoke. So while we're walking, we're actually walking back to his house at this point, and while we're walking, we have to pass this bridge, and while we're passing this bridge, we both smell weed. We both smell it. It's very, very strong, and we're knowing us, we went on a little manhunt. We went hunting for it. We could smell it. We were chasing it. We wanted it. So we went to where the smell was coming from, which was underneath the bridge. So we start walking down there, and we see two dudes that are just sitting there chilling and smoking. So we walk up to them and we introduce ourselves. We say, hey, what's up? And we ask if they would let us smoke with them. And they actually ended up saying yeah, that we could. And what they did was they put out the blunt that they had already been smoking and rolled a whole new one. So we were both pretty hyped that we would get to smoke, especially for free at this point. We didn't have to do anything. So yeah, these dudes start talking about how much we smoke and this and that, and then they keep telling us that we're gonna be really, really high off of this weed. And me and Matthew both were just kind of like, yeah, okay, blah blah blah, because we both smoke a lot of weed and a lot of good weed, but this weed is just beyond good. So pretty much what happened was they rolled another blunt and they started smoking it. One of the dudes started smoking. It took a couple hits and then passed it to his buddy, and his buddy took a couple hits and then it passed it straight to me. And when I picked it up, I could smell it. It was very, very strong. And I put it up to my mouth and I pull on it, and then I take a hit and then exhale the smoke and then do it again. I do it twice. So I take another hit and pass it to Matthew. And as soon as I passed it to Matthew, I realized, what the fuck? I'm already high. I was literally already high after 2 hits. And then, when Matthew got the blunt, he put it up to his mouth and he took 2 hits as well and passed it back to the first dude. And then he just looks at me with these wide eyes, and I knew immediately he was high too. And then he just literally under his breath, he was like, what the fuck? And me and Matthew are just looking at each other like, holy shit, this is some fire. And yeah, we were smoking this blunt. We smoked probably half of it, I would say, about half of it. And then the dudes, I don't know what they were doing or what they had to do, but they ended up having to leave. So they said that we could keep the blunt. And we're trying to act all cool, so we keep smoking it while they're walking away. Both me and Matthew both are high as fuck after just half a blunt. And while they're walking away, we keep hitting it a couple times, and we see them, because you have to go up a hill to get up on top of the bridge again, and we could actually see them on top of the bridge. They looked down at us and they waved goodbye once they were up on top of the bridge, and we kept hitting the blunt while they were watching us. And as soon as they were out of sight, we immediately put that bitch out, because we were going to save it for later, because we were both high enough, we didn't need any more, and we could save it, so we did. And pretty much what we did is we walked through the woods to go to his house, and while we're walking, after about 5 minutes of walking, I shit you not, I swear to God, I felt my nut, one of my nuts, just ripped out of my ball sack and fell straight down my pant leg. And I was so fucking scared. I had no idea what the fuck just happened. So what I ended up doing was I kind of stayed behind Matthew a little bit, and I told him, hey, I need to go check something real quick. And he's like, what? And I was like, just don't worry about it. And I walked to the trees, it seems like I'm about to take a piss or something, and I reached my hand down in my pants to see if my ball sack had just ripped open, because I swear to God, I felt it. It felt like that. I had no idea what the hell was going on. So I had to feel it to make sure, because I had never felt anything like this before. So pretty much when I felt it, I put my hand down in there, I felt it, and then immediately I was relieved. I was, feeling better, and then I start walking towards Matthew again, and then I feel it again. Like, it's the same feeling. I feel like my nutsack just ripped open and my ball fell down my pant leg. So I was like, holy fucking shit. And then Matthew, after a couple minutes of more walking, I just kind of ignored it for a minute. And, a couple minutes pass, and then Matthew actually has to sit down in the middle of the trail in the woods because he's so high, he can't even fucking move anymore. And same for me, like, both of us had to sit down because we couldn't walk anymore. We couldn't go where we were going because we were too high. And, we were just sitting there talking for a couple minutes, and, after about, we sat there for a good minute. I would say after about 10 minutes or so, this chick, this woman starts walking past us on the trail, and she like looks at us and she gives a big smile. And I remember so vividly, she looked at us, she gave a big smile, and she said, "You boys having fun?" And we both look at her high as fuck with our eyes squinted and with a big smile on our faces, and we're both just like, yeah. And, like, it was just some retarded ass shit. It was such a funny fucking time. And literally, I shit you not, the rest of the story I could not tell you because I don't remember anything past that. I remember, my fucking ball fell down my pant leg twice, and then we had to sit down, and this woman just walked past us and asked if we were having fun, and we just said yeah, and that's all I remember. I literally can't remember anything past that. So yeah, I thought this was kind of a funny story, so I decided to share it with you guys. I know in my last video I said that I want to kind of like keep from every single video having something to do with weed, but with who I am, like, most of the stories that I tell have something to do with weed. Like, I smoke a lot of weed, so like most stories that I'm gonna tell have something to do with weed or another drug or something. But yeah, that's besides the point. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, you leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave in the comments what you thought about the video, and I'll upload as frequently as possible. In the past 2 days or so, I've uploaded 4 videos. It's probably not gonna stay that much, but I'm gonna upload pretty frequently is pretty much what I'm saying. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
I'm an icon, man. My girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.